Good morning. I'm Corey with Edgars Farm. This is Gage, and this is Ryder. We got Taylor behind the camera right there. We're going to start bringing you guys some content of our farm, what we do here, the improvements we're going to make, things we're going to do around here. We'd like to give you guys a tour right now of our farm and show you what we have going on. So first part of our little tour here today is we're going to show you this area up here as part of our farm. We call this the dry area. We don't have no water rights, or we can't irrigate up here. We hope in the future, our plans is that we could all build some houses up here on this dry area. But until that happens, what we'll probably do is we'll clean it up, try to put some dry land pasture in it so that our cows have something to eat. We kind of came up to the top of our property, of the dry area. We have a gate behind us, or not us, but Taylor there. That's another way to get into our property. So from up here, we'll kind of just give you a view of it. So down here, you see where we have the 3 cows in the field. We call that our middle field. We just kind of grow grass in it right now, whatever grows up for the cows. You see the pipe down there, but on the trees right behind it, we call that our north field. That's where a lot of the cows are hanging out right now. You can't really see it, but below this little ridge line in these big cottonwoods, we have another field. We call it the moon field, kind of shaped like a crescent moon. Down over here behind Ryder, down below, is we got our finishing pins. And you see the white fence that runs all along there. That's kind of the edge of our property. So we're just giving you guys a view from up here, and we'll kind of go down and just give you guys a little bit closer look at everything. Sure wish we had we'll try to put together some pictures and stuff of what this was before. So we've had it for a while. We've been here a year and a half. There's already been a lot of changes here. We cleaned up a lot. There was Russian olives growing all along these roads and stuff where you couldn't see a whole lot. Luckily, crew came in and cleared it out for us. Now we got some piles to clean up, but like I said, we'll try to get some pictures, and maybe we could post some pictures or some videos of pictures, however that's made, to be able to show how extensive the Russian olives were and the salt cedars all built up in these fields. So it's looking a lot better, and we'll just, take you guys along for the ride of us getting it all cleaned up, what we're gonna do with the fields, the different stuff we're gonna grow, raising the cows, just bringing you guys what we do every day. To show you guys our pins right now. Just kind of our finishing pins. We do sell beef. We sell it by the pound, or we do sell it off the hoof. That'll be later videos. We'll explain some more about that. But we'll come down and just show you what we got going on down here. Remember, all this is all work in progress. We're gonna be changing some things up, fixing things, make things the way we want it. If you guys got any suggestions for us, we're trying to build these pins up so we could work them and finish them up here. But back here in the back, we want to set it up so when we have calves, we could work them. As we buy cows, sell cows, we could, make sure we brand them, take care of them. You see here comes Scary Terry. He's our bull. Coming up to see what's going on. Over here in this pen, we have 4 cows, 3 steers and a cow that we're kind of working on finishing out for beef. Here in the back here, we have 3 cows that are bred, due any day. It's calving season right now, so these ones, 2 of them we bought, and brought them in. Didn't know they were pregnant, and then one of them's ours from the out in the fields, but she's had a bad hoof, so we've had her in here so we keep an eye on her. So this is our finishing pins. Like I said, it's still work in progress. A lot of things to fix and change up the way we want it. A lot of this was built when we bought the place. So back over here, we got a lot of cleanup to do. We're going to try to expand out that area, maybe put a shop there or a hay barn there. We'll store hay and our equipment. You can see over here we got, there's our Kubota tractor. We do a lot with that, rake the fields and stuff. Then we got our skid steer back there. That one's a lot of help out here, moving the big bales of hay, cleaning up. It does real good.
And busted by the cow.
Yeah, and you see the cows are starting to head down here now, because we're down here, so they think it's feeding time. Then we got our excavator there in the background a little bit. That thing's a lifesaver, and loading things or cleaning up or digging things. We can load quick. We're gonna be able to use that to clean up all that brush off the fields. And then you see our Kubota side-by-side that we're using to get around on the farm. We use that quite a bit to get down here to the pins, the finish. We use it if we're gonna work on fence, anything like that. We put the welder in it, generator, use it in the garden field. So got a lot of uses for that. You see Buck right here in front of you. He just went in the ditch. One of the farm dogs. He's nice and muddy now.
Nasty.
Bailey over here.
She's the hunter thing.
So let's go look more on the farm. So you see, I said the cows there, they saw us down here, and so here they come running. But what we want to talk about is, see these piles of brush here that we got piled up. This was all covered with Russian olives. You couldn't even see in there very well. So we got all these piles to clean up, multiple piles all over the farm. We need to get all the brush off the field so we can start growing hay on them. So given that, if you need brush, mulch, we got plenty. Come get some. So here we are, kind of the lower part of the fields, or the farm. So as you look back over this way, that's the middle field there. We're standing kind of at the end of what we call our garden field. You see some of the cows back in there, and this area right here is in these trees is what we kind of designate as our bee area. We're hoping to get some beehives, get this area all cleaned up for them, be able to plant some wildflowers in there and stuff for them. But we'll get the area fenced off so the cows can't get in there and bother them stuff. We do have one beehive that you kind of see there in the distance, if you can, hopefully. Your fingers behind the waist.
I'm pointing at it.
Oh, well, I was pointing at it. So the beehive's over there. But as you can see right here where we're standing and where the dogs are at, you can see how that mulch is. So this area we haven't been able to get over and clean up yet. So that mulch just makes a ground cover, and we're not gonna be able to get nothing to grow there. So a lot of cleanup to do, bunch of areas to clean it up, and like I said, we'll just take you guys on along with us as we clean it up and get some stuff growing on it. At least we know it's still working.
Did it get you?
No, but it was grounding out. So here we are. We just had to fix the electric fence. It was grounding out
You don't want me to use
on
it?
the other fence. So this is kind of the northwest corner of our property. Actually, and as you can see, we have some riverfront property here, which is really nice. Our irrigation water comes off this river, but it comes in a couple miles up from us and makes it through all the other properties. We are the last on the line to get the irrigation. Sometimes that's a pain. Sometimes we don't get water, or we get way too much water if people aren't using it above us. So over here we do have a pond in that mix over there, a nice big pond along the river that needs to be cleaned up. We'll take you guys up to that. Now from here too, we're looking back, you can see over here's the north field. You see all our nice big cottonwoods. Looking back that way, through the trees, you can see our pump house. You know, that's and then our house is up beyond that. So this is kind of a little area that needs a lot of work, a lot of cleanup. So to be continued.
Yeah. We gotta walk down the dinosaur, huh?
So we're down here at the pond now. As you see, we haven't been dumping any water down here, but one issue we got is the pond will overflow and then flow back into the river. So we need to put a piece of pipe in it to drain it back, so we're not overflowing the bank. And one we can shut off if we need to. But as you can see, this is what we're dealing with. With the I guess you could say the previous owners have done over the years of it, is this pond is so full of trees, and now that we got the water level way down, it's worse than I thought. I didn't think there was this many trees in here. You can just see some on the top, but there's a lot of wood to pull out of here, get this cleaned up so that, you know, this natural pond, I guess we could say, we'll call it a natural pond because it was here when we got here, to be cleaned up. You know, the wildlife around here could use it, the geese, the ducks, all the, you know, whatever animals come around here. We get deer and turkeys on the property too. So if we get this all cleaned up, they'll be able to use it, and our cows will be able to use it. It'll be a nice place. But as you see, it's gonna be a lot of work. Even down that way, you can see down that way. So I was guessing, when seeing where this wood was at and everything, I was guessing this thing was only a foot deep. But now that it's drained out,
6 feet deep.
the thing, yeah, right here is probably 4 feet deep. Some areas get a little bit, but it's actually a pretty deep pond once all this wood's pulled out of here. Let's go ahead and maybe we'll just walk down it and take a look at it, let you guys see kind of the whole pond.
Yo, Buck, where's your water at, Buck? This is the clean part.
Yeah, this is the deep part.
Yeah. Oh, this is also where, yeah, this season itself.
So as you see down here, this is probably our deepest section here.
Buck.
Let's see how much Buck sinks in there. He's gonna come back black mud.
There's about a foot of water in there.
They sure do love the water and the mud. But this is probably our deepest area. Not too much in here, but we'll still get all this cleaned up, get the banks cleaned up. So we start dumping water back here again. Keep this thing full. Look over here, when there was an island, kind of, that one tree still there. I think we'll try to leave that island there. I think it'd be pretty cool to build it up and maybe put a gazebo out there or something. But then as you look this way, so the pond still goes on, and as you see all this brush we're walking on, that we're walking on right here, it's all still being cleaned up. This is stuff we started pushing off the fields. Like I said, we'll try to find pictures, and I don't know if you guys could imagine this. So where we're standing all through here was nothing but Russian olives, and you could not see this pond. It was so thick you couldn't get through it. This was a place that when the cows got in here, it kind of sucked, just because it was so hard to get in here and find out where they were at if they got into here. We try to keep them out of this area as much as we could. We actually had electric fence on the other side, but they'd still get through it. Right now we got electric fence along the river, and that's been working pretty good to keep them out of the river. Because you know, anybody that got cattle knows it's tough to keep them in. But you see this way, there's no depth to the pond at all. There's been so much silt come in and into it, so that really needs to be cleaned out. All those cattails down so that it's back to a pond again. So just more work. You can see along the river there, we got more piles. So we're kind of getting up to the northeast corner of our property, but maybe we'll just continue down. I'll show you the rest of the farm. Finally found 95's tag. So here we are. Like I said, here's still part of the pond. You know, before when I was looking at this, same thing. I guess this maybe was a foot deep. But I think it's even shallower than that. I've had to walk out in that before to chase cows out of there that were on the other side of the electric fence, so we get them back over. So, you know, like I said, if we get in here and get this cleaned out, probably gonna take a special excavator to reach out that far. Ours ain't gonna be big enough to get out to the middle. So, you know, that's something we need done. Lady May here, because I haven't met her. She loves to play catch, and she'll let you know if you're not throwing something for her. She'll bark at you, get your attention so you'll throw it. So, like I said, we're kind of the northeast corner. We still got riverfront property right there. We built this fence behind us. That's our property line. That's the fence we hope to put all around the farm. The pipe fence with cable stretched on it. So, you know, that's another thing we'll take you along with as we build that. Show you how we build it and everything, and so that we hope to get that off all around, so we don't have to worry about the cows getting out. Pretty strong fence. We'll probably go over and take a look at it. We'll show you a little bit closer. slick out here. Like I said, so here's our there's some geese there flying off. This is a fence we built. Like I said, it's a 2-3/8 drill pipe. We put 9/16 they call it sand line cable. Stretched that across, welded it with some clips. So nice sturdy fence. You know, I debated whether doing some like pipe all along it, but I figured for right now a little more cost effective was try the cable and everything with it. So we'll see if it holds up. I think it'll be all right, but if we don't like it, we'll change it. So now maybe we'll head up, show you a little bit of footage of the north field. As you see, the cows behind us on this other property are not ours. So our cows come and talk to them, but we'll head up that way, maybe show you our pump house and show you our garden field. So we're up here now. Over here is our garden field, the other side of our garden field. We're gonna end up fencing this all off so the cows can't get in there. We were growing, I guess, a big garden last year, and then we had floods last year and it took out part of it. So brought in a bunch of weeds and stuff when it flooded. So we're hoping to maybe do something this year to help stop that. Haven't figured it out yet, but stop that flooding from getting into this field. But so this is where we'll, you know, grow our garden. We'll sell some of the stuff, our produce, at the farmers markets. So yeah, that's our garden field over here. We built this pump house, a little excessive pump house, but also works as our storage stuff. We don't have much room up in the house.
No.
So we store all our stuff in here. We have this bus here we're gonna get it geared up to take to the farmers markets so that we could have our freezer in it with all our beef that's going to be sold there. So when we go, it's staying cold. So we're gonna get that rigged up. You know, so this is kind of the area. A lot of stuff down here. We're gonna get cleaned up. You know, you can see all of our got other equipment up here. A backhoe needs some work, but you know, like I said, we'll take you guys along the venture of us working the farm, what we do here, what we're gonna do at the place. You know, we just ask that you guys like our videos, subscribe, help us out. I'll do more content out there for you guys. Thank you guys.